I am a big believer in work requirements. Bill Clinton and Newt Gingrich in divided government negotiated welfare to work. And I don't think it's unreasonable to say that able-bodied people who are working age, who are not disabled, who are not seniors, should have to go to work if they want someone else to pay for their health care or their benefits in other forms like food stamps. And if Joe Biden won't do that, then what he's defending are the couch potatoes over hardworking Americans.
Yeah, that narrative that those who are on any kind of public assistance are couch potatoes is something that the right has pushed for a very long time, and it has racist undertones. So let's be real about that, even though we know that the biggest welfare recipients are these companies. But still, the GOP is really eyeing these new work requirements for millions of individuals on Medicaid or food stamps. In recent weeks, the GOP has focused its attention on two anti-poverty programs: Medicaid, which enrolls the poorest families in health insurance, and food stamps, which provide grocery benefits to those in need. Top lawmakers, including House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, have publicly endorsed rules that could force some enrollees to find a job and work longer hours or risk losing the government's help entirely. And how long do they want these people to work for? Well, in February, Gaetz unveiled the Medicaid Work Requirements Act, which would mandate that adults deemed able-bodied work at least 120 hours a month, volunteer at least 80 hours a month, or take part in a work training program for at least 80 hours a month to remain eligible for Medicaid benefits. The GOP claims that these work requirements would provide incentives while saving Washington money, but we know that that is not true. Research has repeatedly shown that SNAP work requirements, which add significant complexities and administrative burdens to the process of obtaining benefits, aren't effective at boosting employment. Instead, it could be absolutely catastrophic. A recent analysis by the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities estimated that legislation introduced by Representative Dusty Johnson would strip supplemental nutrition assistance program, SNAP benefits, from more than 10 million people, including 4 million children. Yeah. And of course, patriotic millionaires out there called out the nonsense on Twitter, in fact. The legislators that want new work requirements for food stamps and Medicaid are the same ones working to eliminate the estate tax so that billionaire heirs never have to work a day in their lives. It's not about work, it's about hurting the poor. You're damn right. That's exactly what it's about. It's about taking away what little some people have. And there are individuals out there who are on public assistance who are working multiple jobs, yet they still need the assistance so that they can feed themselves, because everything in our society has gone up except for wages. So let's be real here. You want people to work? People are working. It's a matter of the fact that our Congress, our legislature, our leaders are not working for us to ensure that we can be able to put food on the table for our family. We can have a living wage without having to be slaves to multiple jobs. But then again, maybe I'm the crazy one here. Conscious, am I wrong?
I agree with you. I don't know how much that means in terms of like the lobbyists and the bureaucrats and the interest groups that love to line their pockets with different corporations and industries' money. You feel me? I don't know what that means for them. You know what I'm saying? But I think that when it comes to how we are indoctrinated to relate to poor people, and how we are, you know what I'm saying, indoctrinated to blame poor people for being poor, I think that we have just I feel like an irrational way of being like, people that have little money, we should have a high standard for how they manage their money. People with a whole bunch of money, we should have a low threshold for how they manage their money. If you poor and you eating too much avocado toast, I'm gonna tell you to stop eating avocado toast. And if you rich and you know what I'm saying, Rich Exorts is buying yachts, then I'm gonna be able to spend some tax dollars to bail you out. And it's just like, to me, a very class-like imbalance for how we think about money management when it comes to multi-billion-dollar corporations and 100 heirs, 100 poor poverty people. And that's just like, that's my thoughts on that specifically. And of course, I can keep on going and going and going. But I know time is not on our side right now.